Tanya, can you hear us good?
I can.
All right. Call to order the Stokes County Board of Commissioners Planning and Community Development, Tuesday, April 6, 2021 at 6 o'clock. As always, we'll start off with our invocation. I'll ask Commissioner Mendenhall if he'd lead us, please.
Almighty, gracious Heavenly Father, once again we come to you and ask for you to guide and lead us tonight in our business of working with the county. Father, we thank you for the beautiful weather you've been giving us the last few days. Our Easter vacation from Friday to Monday, Good Friday and Easter Monday, it's just been gorgeous. And another beautiful day today. And we give you all the thanks for that. For our citizens that are here tonight for our planning meeting, we say thank you. And anyone that's watching us on live stream, we also welcome them tonight. Father, now we ask that you go with us. Give everyone a safe journey home. All of these things we ask in our precious name. Amen.
Amen. Please continue standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Start off with the approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All right. And next is supposed to be the public comments, and I didn't have anybody to sign up. Was there anybody out there who meant to sign up to speak? They didn't get a chance to? All right. With that, we'll go ahead and move on to the public hearing, the presentation with our planning director, Mr. David Sutherth.
No. Got your agenda. The first request tonight is from Norman and Sandra Lynch. The request is to rezone 2.549 acres from M1CU light manufacturing conditional use and 17.81 acres from residential and agricultural to RACZ residential agricultural conditional zoning. A total tract size of 20.361 acres of land situated on 3 separate parcels for a 25-space campground RV park. And the property is located at 1581 Old Winston Road in Pinnacle, North Carolina. This is the Lynches own multiple parcels in this area, and Mr. Lynch, I can't remember how many years ago, he came and had some property rezoned for his grading business, pilot grading. And at this time, they would like to get out of that business and would like to propose this 25-space campground RV park. You have a site plan available, and the Lynches are here to answer any questions specifically about the request. As a conditional zoning request, you can ask specific questions. The approximate size of all 3 parcels is 54.437 acres. And again, we're looking at, for the utilization of the campground is 20.361 acres. The Lynches live adjacent to this on one of the parcels. This property is not in a flood hazard area. It's located outside the 500-year flood. It's not in a watershed district. And the site has been evaluated for a subsurface sewage disposal system by a licensed soil scientist. And the septic system would be designed by a professional wastewater engineer if approved. There are 2 existing wells on the property which would supply water to the campsites. The emergency services would come from Pinnacle Volunteer Fire Department and Station Number 3 in Pinnacle for EMS. Erosion control would be applicable at the time of construction if more than 1 acre of land is disturbed. Mr. Lynch is in the grading business, so we would be able to he'd be able to take care of all that himself. The applicant has an existing commercial driveway access off of Old Winston Road serving the current business. If this was to be rezoned, DOT will need to be notified of the change in use from a grading company to RV campground. Surrounding land use, the property around this site, other than the commercial property which is on the parcel, is residential and agricultural. There's houses around, there is open agricultural land. The northern boundary of the property is bordered by Clearview Estates. It's a residential subdivision platted back in 1982. To the west of the property, the Lynch's developed a 5-lot residential subdivision platted in 1997, and larger parcels of land border the remaining boundaries of the proposed development and are all zoned RA residential and agricultural. Issues to consider: impact on and compatibility with surrounding development, impact on community infrastructure, traffic, public services, increase in tax value of the property, and economic benefit for the community through tourism. From a staff comment, the rezoning request comes to the board as conditional rezoning. You may talk about it in specifics. From my standpoint, don't see any real problems with this. The applicant is able to meet all the applicable requirements for the campground RV park. It's located in close proximity to US 52, I-74, situated between Hanging Rock State Park and Pilot Mountain State Park. The closest similar facility is Greystone RV Park, which is located on Pilot Knob Park Road. It's about a mile away. This was rezoned a few years ago, and I guess everybody's in the area has been out that way has seen that there is need for this type of activity, as many campers and things going up and down US 52. Feel like this proposed campground would benefit the county by providing additional recreational site and accommodations as well as providing an economic benefit with a minimal impact on the surrounding community. As you well know, we have a lack of overnight accommodations for people visiting the parks in the area and also traveling up and down through the county. It's always nice if we can get someone to stop in the county. There's always potential they may spend a few dollars here and help out the tax base. You can see the requirements through the zoning ordinance for a campground RV park temporary occupancy. The applicant appears to have met all that through the site plan development. The planning board made a recommendation, approved the recommendation by a vote of 7-0. The board felt that the request was consistent with the Stokes 2035 comprehensive plan and was a reasonable request. There was a public information meeting held by the Lynches. You have that information in your rezoning packet. I did get one call from a surrounding property owner, Eric Spindler. He was all in favor. He is a surrounding property owner to the west of the property, and he said he was in favor of the request and felt it would be good for the area. You have any questions for me? Or about the site plan?
Sonia, do you have any questions or comments on it?
No, I think it looks good to me.
Okay. Anybody else on the board have any questions? Okay. All right, is there any more information you need to get on this one?
No, at any point of your recommendation, please make sure that you make it, it is either is or not consistent with the Stokes County 2035 comprehensive plan, and that it is a reasonable or a not a reasonable request when you make a motion.
All right.
And again, the Lynches are here if you'd like to say.
Y'all are Mr. and Ms. Lynch? Okay, all right, just want to make sure. I just want to say thank y'all for putting in an investment in this, because this is something this county's lacking, it's needing. I'm excited for you guys. I hope it stays full 24/7, 365 for you. So, all right. Do I have a motion on this one?
I'll give it a go.
All right, go ahead.
I can make a motion that we approve the campground for the Lynches based on the explanation we've received. This request is consistent with the 2035 plan and is a very reasonable request, I would say. So that'd be my motion.
All right.
Second.
Any discussion? David, is that everything needs to be in it?
That's it.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, we got 5-0 on that one. All right, Dave, you gonna take us into the next one there? All right. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming tonight.
Thank you, folks.
Thank both of you.
And good luck.
Yes. Y'all
Let
take,
us know when you get that done. We'd like to come up there and take a look at it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Next month, right?
We'll see.
Well, give me a call about the other thing we were talking about.
You better crank it up.
Oh,
Vote agree.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, our next and last request is coming from Stronach Properties. The request is to rezone, one little typo on there, it should be HB to HBCZ. The request by Stronach Properties Inc. to rezone approximately 1.87 acres of property owned by Junior Building Corporation from highway business to highway business conditional zoning for a retail store. Retail sales store. The property is located at 2620 NC Highway 8 South, Walnut Cove, North Carolina. It is at the corner of the intersection where Highway 8, Highway 8 and 89, and Dodgetown Road come, across from where the old prison camp is in that general area. I'm sure everybody's been by it. The approximate parcel size there is 5.28 acres. This property has been zoned light manufacturing in the past and also highway business, and has been various uses over my time in the county. But last few years it has currently fell vacant and has grown up a bit. The applicant again is proposing to rezone this to the highway business conditional zoning for a retail sales store, and the Will Stronach is here to if you have any specific questions about the request. The site would be served by public sewer, and water will be provided by a well. The emergency services, Danbury Volunteer Fire Department and EMS station in Danbury. On the other side, I think on Flat Shoals Road, part of that may be in South Stokes, but that's we're right close there. Erosion control applicable at the time of construction if more than 1 acre is disturbed, and the applicant will need to finish the commercial driveway access permit from NCDOT. On your site plan, you will see that he has it located on Highway 8 and 89. Mr. Stronach has been in contact working with NCDOT on this proposal, and this is where they requested that the driveway access be located. Surrounding land use, you know the area, there's commercial property, there's residential property, it's a mixture of uses. Adjacent to this, not long ago, we did the rezoning for the Danbury Machine and Welding, kind of diagonally there, corner of Stewart Road, Highway 89. So all familiar with Meadows, this is a commercial node in our land use plan, and with the public sewer available, it has opened up some opportunities for commercial development. Issues to consider: location of commercial business node in the Meadows community, potential property tax base increase due to improved commercial property, potential sales tax revenue, potential employment opportunities, utilization of public infrastructure, your sewer, support a business-friendly objective, and community acceptance. These are things that would be needed to be considered. From a staff comment, as the conditional rezoning request, you can take a look at this, ask specific questions about it, make a reasonable request for conditions if you see need based on the site plan development. Planning staff sees no problem with this business and commercial uses. There's plenty of them that currently operate there. One of the goals is to try and improve this, increase our sales tax base. Retail stores do accomplish that. And hoping that new development here will kind of precipitate maybe even further development in this particular area of the county. There is the availability, hopefully for the future, of public water in the area with public sewer should open this area, should be right for future economic development. One of the pluses here, the remainder of the parcel, 3.41 acres not utilized for the proposed development, would be available for other development proposals. The planning board recommended by a vote of 6-1, felt the request was consistent with the Stokes 2035 land use plan and was a reasonable request. And again, any motions for or against should be made in conjunction with acceptance with the Stokes 2035 comprehensive plan and whether it is or not a reasonable request. Do you have any questions for me concerning the site plan or proposals? I've received no comments. You have the public information meetings there, minutes, those who it was sent out to. And again, Mr. Stronach is here to answer any questions concerning the proposed development.
So David, when you go across the intersection there at 889, prison units on the old prison units on the left and the early college on the left, this is on the right?
No,
Across
come
the
back
river.
across from the Dollar General and diagonally across from the mini storage there.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I think is there an old building or something right there on the property now?
Yeah,
that's
it's
what-
been there, Jason's been there for as long as I remember being there.
How much land is in the actual?
But his request, they're not gonna utilize all of it. It's in two parcels. The total acreage is 5.28 acres and two parcels, but all of it was zoned highway business. So what the out parcel here, once it's taken out, what's remaining could possibly use for something else.
It'd be like half of it left over, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So it does give a potential opportunity for someone else to come in and make a request. And again, as you all know, the infrastructure may be increasing in that area, which is going to make that property hopefully be able to provide more services in the area to the citizens.
I don't have any questions. Just, Son, do you have anything?
No, I think that it's probably a good idea to, have something else there. Wise, I think that the water and sewer inspector, you're going to see that area hopefully keep growing. So I think it's a positive thing.
Anybody else have any more questions or comments or need more time?
Will be the developer of the retail establishment, and you remember the ones that were here, Will was here previously end of last year about a project, very similar. Actually, a little better, I think, but
That's one, Sandy Ridge?
yes. Although we don't talk about specifics, I guess you know what it is, but there's some potential of even enhancing this a little bit.
Okay. All right, with that, I'll have a motion.
Well, I'll give it a shot here. Make a motion that we accept this location as stated by David Sutterth. It meets all the requirements of the Stokes County 2035 Comprehensive Plan and is reasonable. And therefore, I'll make a motion, we accept this recommendation.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, got a 5-0 vote. Is there any more business we need to discuss?
Just a couple little updates, and that's it.
All right.
Just want to let you know, we got a little behind because of COVID, but we're working on some additional, the solar farm regulations, some of the things you asked for last year, we just kind of got behind. So we're going to do a work session and try to catch up. I've got some ideas looking at other ordinances around the state to give y'all some options on what you may or may not want to do. if you got any, you didn't give me any direction the first time, but anybody got any ideas or anything, please shoot them to me, and so I can get them to the planning board so they can discuss them. At this point, we also will be working on changing everything from 153A, which is the county statutes. They've come out with 160D, which consolidates city and municipal statutes. 160A for municipalities, 153A for the counties, and it gets a common language for land use, planning, that sort of stuff. And what we'll do, I'll make amendments to the zoning ordinance where basically it's required by state law, but I need to bring them in front of you so we get this all put into the zoning ordinance, and anything it references the particular 153A, we reference it as 160D coming up. And I need to get that done, probably try to get it to you in June, but no later than the August meeting. We need to comply, although we're currently complying with those guidelines. We just need to get our ordinance to follow suit with it. Did have a request that come in, and you'll be seeing it at the next meeting, from Pine Gate Renewables, which was the developer of Lick Creek Solar. And I just run it by you. They've come up with some a fencing option that looks a little better in my opinion, but I need to run that by you as far as kind of a change in the conditional zoning request for the solar farm, and I've got some information if anybody to look at it, but kind of they're working with Walnut Cove right now, and I told them we would have to bring that in front of the board just to let y'all run by and see if that's considered kind of what a minor change, but I need to run that by you. I just didn't want to make the call on my own, but like I said, I'll have some examples and things of what's going on. So, and that's it. Got any questions? Anything else going on you need me to look at? I'm addressing, Andy, I told you I'm addressing some of the things you had asked me the other day, so.
Right.
That's all I got.
All right.
Motion, we adjourn.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thumbs up there. Peace. Cord stuff.